Yep, A-Town, it's Atlanta's #1 hip-hop station, Hot 107.9. Your boy Radio God Stu. I'm in the building, A-Town, and today, stepping in the building, I have the most wonderful, dynamic duo. When I tell you, I thought the City Boys was down this summer. I thought we wasn't going to get it back, but these brothers, they upped the score with the anthem of the year for the men. I'm talking about If I Get Caught's own. Division is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up?
Man, I got Daniel Division, 1985 in the building. Fellas, did y'all know that this record was going to become such a hit and cause such an uproar in the world when y'all made it?
I think we knew that it was going to start some crazy conversations.
Uh-huh.
We knew it was going to have to put everybody into a space where they were going to have to either be honest, be hypocritical, be, upset, be triggered, be inspired. We knew all these things were going to be in there, but the one thing that we knew regardless was that it's just too catchy to deny. But there's nothing we can do about it, really. Like the record is just infectious, and we knew that going into it. So we said, "Here, look, let's start this story off right here because it's the album is a story, right? So it's dealing with that first chapter is dealing with the ego." And
right
here is the anthem for the ego.
Right. Everything starts with ego.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And from there, you're able to navigate your emotions and come up with, the right feeling that you're supposed to feel. But you got to get the ego out the way first.
So that's first and foremost. And so we started there.
Uh-huh.
And, it's turning into the anthem that, a lot of people feel that the summer needed and that, a lot of guys feel like they needed. And to be honest, at this point, the girls are starting to take it in.
Right.
And I could see that they're getting steam on trying to run with it. So, hey, everybody can do what they want with it. Have fun with it until we come back with the next record.
Absolutely. How did you guys hook up as a singing and production duo?
To be honest, it was music is what drew us together in the first place.
Okay.
So, through knowing, having mutual friends and having people that were always like, hey, you do music, thing does music, you guys should talk, and that kind of became our bond. We actually bonded over rap first, to be honest. I was rapping at the time, like I wasn't even singing nearly as much as I am now, and he was making beats that were pretty much rap beats, and we just kind of developed a friendship over the fact that we loved rap music.
Right.
And from there we started working and cooking, and his career kind of took off with Drake, Hotline Bling and For Free and Hold On We're Going Home.
Right. Countless hits.
Countless
hits.
This guy over here.
A lot of plaques on the wall right now.
So as his career took off, he kind of just said, "Yo, that stuff we were working on before, I think we should drop it." And he kind of put the battery in my back and the confidence there that something we were sitting on something that was going to impact the world. So here we are.
Right. Starting from September 5th, how do you feel like Division has actually grown musically from then to now?
I think we've been very transparent with where we're at, because a lot of basically all of our music reflects where we're at in life. And if you listen to the stories from September 5th to even the album with Ty to where we're at with this last record we put out, it's a lot of conversations that aren't necessarily touched on in the way that we touch on it. Like the topics, obviously relationships, situationships, everything in between, that's standard, but I think the way that we've approached it, especially for male R&B, has been a little bit different or even refreshing for a lot of people.
I'm sorry. Division as a collective unit, where do you feel like Division as a unit is going to take R&B music to that next chapter of where it's headed?
We're trying to own this. We're trying to own this space. We are confident that we will be able to take the lead and lead it to a space where R&B is, people can stop saying there isn't this or there isn't that in R&B anymore.
Right.
We're students of the game. He's one of the greatest producers of this generation.
Absolutely.
And as far as I'm concerned, I'm trying to be the best singer, songwriter, performer that I can be for this generation as well. And what we do together is unlike anything that's out. And you know, when we think it to ourselves, it's one thing, but to now be around the Jermaine Dupri's and the you know, Timbalands, to all the people that we look up to, the Brian Michael Coxes, you know, the record execs that we even heard the names of, L.A. Reid's, these guys, Ushers, all these people.
Right.
And for everybody to stop and be able to take a notice of what we're doing in the way that they have is kind of like confirmation that you're on the right track.
Absolutely. A-Town, I got the homies division in the building, man. When we come back, can we drop the record and go crazy?
Please. Let's do that. Let's do that.
We're going to do that when we come back, A-Town. And we're going to get some of the famous responses, have people been responding to you guys over the record. We'll get the world's reaction to this record when we get right back. A-Town, stay down. It's Hot 107.9. I know the DMs. I know the texts. I know everything's been going crazy.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Since the record is dropped and the world is taking notice of it, you know, the ladies had F&F, they had Glorilla, you know what I'm saying? But now in the club, we waiting for the Division record on so we can look our girls in the eye and say, don't let one time mess everything up, okay? Don't do it. I know some famous people have reacted and responded to the record. You know, clearly the text message with Jay, you know, when he heard it, had to clear the sample. Did you think, you know, there was a chance that he wouldn't clear it, or he wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't, you know, be on board with it?
Originally, I wasn't even gonna sample it because I was like, I don't think we're gonna get the clearance on this one. And Jermaine was like, nah, you got to do what you got to do. I'll handle the rest. I was like, all right, you know, talk that talk. Like, all right, let's go and let's see it. And then when he actually sent us the screenshot of the text, it was I guess a little bit surreal, you know, to see Jermaine Dupri and Jay-Z talking about our unreleased record.
Right.
You know.
Has Drizzy hit you up? What was Drizzy's reaction to it when
actually
when he heard it?
We haven't talked to him since.
You haven't talked since?
No. We've been literally so locked in on this album because there's so much to it. There's so much detail and perfection that we're trying to put into this. So we haven't really even tapped in with anybody besides the people that are in the studio with us.
Yeah, it's been a bit different for us because this time we're in Atlanta. This is the first album that we haven't done at home in Toronto. You know, around the regular guys for us. So it's been like, I guess just a different experience as far as the way we've been making this album, you know, and who's been involved and the way that Jermaine and B. Cox have been able to influence the records and stuff like that.
Definitely legends in their own right. Jermaine Dupri, you know, of course, he's done the Usher records and Mariah Carey records. So, you know, him being able to be a part of this project, I think that's super dope. For him to be able to, you know, leave his imprint on this generation. Who else, you know, do you feel like, you know, their input and their reaction to y'all music, you know, helps inspire y'all to keep going?
We're really making music for us. We're trying to make the realest music that we feel we can make, and we're trying to push ourselves. I don't know if anybody knows our limitations or our potential, more so even, better than we do with each other. Like, I still feel like the world hasn't even heard his greatest beats, you know, and he's got #1 records in the world already.
Right.
And same thing with him versus me. Like, he's like, yo, I know how good you are.
The potential that you have, and the
and
tights
like,
that you could take it
we
to.
We haven't even
Scratched the surface yet.
Hit that yet, you know. So really, the people that I look forward to, I look for their opinions of are the people that I keep around. Whether that's, you know, 85, if that's, you know, making sure I run this by Jermaine JD and being like, yo, is this it? Is this is this it? You know, he's a great hit barometer is what I call him.
Okay, right.
You know? So it's like,
he's been around in quite a few.
So if I think a record's dope, I'll still play it and be like, yeah, but is it a hit?
Right.
You know, and if he says, if he hesitates, then, you know, I'll leave it alone. But if he's all the way on board, I don't ask any questions anymore.
Are y'all offended if somebody calls the record toxic or calls the music toxic? Are you offended by
I'm
that?
not offended. I'm more so confused as to what
Why?
the word toxic is supposed to mean now. Because to me, toxic would be not being honest.
Right.
And this to me is the honest anthem, not the toxic anthem.
Mhm.
You know, so I'm just like, what? I don't know what you guys are hearing that's toxic here. If every line, if you read it, you guys agree with.
Right.
I don't know what you want me to say.
Absolutely. A-Town, the homies division is in the building, man.
A-Town.
Plans for the album?
Plans to release it within the next few months.
Okay.
Definitely plans to tour it as soon as we can, and plans for it to be the topic of conversation,
right,
of everybody, whether you normally listen to R&B or you don't.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to feel safe with where R&B is headed because of us.
Absolutely. I feel like it's definitely in a good place.
Yeah.
And just the synergy that you guys have and the chemistry that you have, you know, I feel like this is one of those collaborative efforts that's going to definitely define this generation.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I love the video as well. Creative video.
Yeah,
the storyline in the video is crazy. If you haven't checked it out yet,
Shout out Amber.
Make sure you check it out. Division, If I Get Caught video is super dope. It's very, very nice storyline and plot twist.
Watch it all the way to the end, too. If
Gotta
you're going to
watch
watch it, watch it to the
Do
end.
yourself some justice and watch it all the way to the end.
Yeah.
A-Town, man, you got any shout-outs, brothers?
No, man, I just want to shout out the whole city of Atlanta because we wouldn't have been making this music without you.
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't be in this space without you guys. Like, you really have been a part of the fabric of this album and,
Mm-hmm.
you know, the backdrop of the place that, you know, we met someone who we now consider family, which is JD.
Right.
So I just want to shout out Atlanta, shout out the home team, LVRN, shout out everybody.
Tunde, what's up?
Shout out everybody at the label, and shout out you know, all the men and women that are gonna be going crazy to this record right now.
Absolutely. 85?
Same thing. Really, just shout out the way Atlanta's embraced us because you know it has felt a lot like home. You know, we've been out here maybe the last almost year working on the album, but it hasn't felt like we had to change anything. You know, we kind of just kept our same flow, and everybody out here has been so good and just like embraced us crazy.
Mm-hmm. Magic City, Mondays.
Embraced us.
Well embraced.
Well embraced. Yeah, Division. I be seeing him out. He be riding around the town. You know what I'm saying, getting around the city. So definitely, you know, we're gonna embrace y'all the same way that y'all embrace the city. It's nothing but love and nothing but support.
Love.
Over here at 107.9, man. If you get caught,
That don't mean I don't love you.
don't mean that I don't love you. Okay, and you don't mess it up. Don't throw it all away. If I got to use that, that's gonna be my like trick in my bag that I got to pull all the way out. If don't nothing else work, if not, just buy like a Birkin bag or something. She might excuse it, fellas. Y'all know what it is, man. I definitely want to thank y'all for stopping in, man. Tell the people to follow you at social media. Y'all don't need more followers, but go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Follow us at Division, spelled DVSN. It's the same thing across all platforms.
You know what it is, A-Town, man. That's the homies Division. Brand new music out right now. Make sure we run those streams up. Your boy Radio God Stu. I had to bring it to you first. What's new with Stu? It's Hot 107.9.